Hello and welcome to my gameplay tips for the Japanese PSP game Queen's Gate Spiral Chaos. I'm very happy to be back again, able to do another video about a new game in the Queen's Blade series. So let's go ahead and get started here with the initial menu. So this is all in English. We've got the new game, load game, continue, and special. Now, I think I promised to talk about this menu in the first game, and I don't think I ever did. So here we go. This is the special menu. This first thing is a character gallery. So here we can go in, we can see information about the characters. You can scroll through this description. I haven't read it, it's a lot of text. You can see some of these different characters. Here's Lily, we saw Alice earlier. You can see some other things if you scroll through these screens. It's got like the voice actress and that sort of information. This next one is the jukebox. So here we can see there's different songs that we've listened to. We can listen to them again. You'll be hearing this song a lot in the game, so if you decide you like it, you can come back here and listen to it. This is the illustration gallery, and it has illustrations. So as you play through the game, just like the first game, these are all the illustrations by the original artists, and you can check them out here. This is when we first run into Marin. And this is a demo movie, although I don't really know why they call it demo movie. It's just, these are the movies that you get throughout the game, the kind of cutscenes. Then we have a mystery item, and then this is the install menu item, so you can install the game to your memory stick. So let's go ahead and get started here. What I want to cover today is actually the 7th battle. So let's go ahead and skip to that here. So like in the first game, this 7th battle was a little challenging. Well, it wasn't really too bad ultimately, but in case anybody else was having trouble with it, I'm going to continue the tradition of doing a video about the 7th battle in Queen's Blade. So just a little background about the cutscene leading up to this battle. You encounter this character here, who apparently was a classmate of Marin's at her magical patissier cooking school where she goes. So you run into this character, and I guess she's working with Dora, and there's a bit of a misunderstanding between Noah and Dizzy about who it was that actually captured Dizzy. So it turned out that it wasn't Dora, it was actually this girl here. But they're both working together, and that is who you're going to be fighting in Chapter 7. So here we can see the various enemies that are appearing on the battlefield that we're going to fight. And the win conditions are that Dora and Ariuta, which was that character we just saw, are defeated, and the lose conditions are that we are defeated. So here you can see this is kind of new in this version of the game. You're going to be placing your characters on this little grid of squares here. So you can pick each of your characters and put them there. You can see my characters are between levels 11 and 10. So I'm going to go ahead and just sort of strategically place my characters here. This battle is interesting because we're surrounded. So we really have enemies from 3 different sides, but we're not really close enough to any of them for them to maybe aggro us right away, so we can sort of pick and choose which group we want to go after. So I'm employing a strategy here where I'm using what I would call honeypot characters. So some of these characters have very, very high evasion, and I'm able to place them right in the midst of enemies, and the enemies are all going to go after them because for whatever reason, maybe some of their other stats are low and the enemies just think that they're going to be easy characters because their evasion is so high. They're good to use to lure the enemies to attack them, so that you can then strategically place your other characters to finish off the enemies. So my honeypot characters right now are Noah and Mai and Alice. So you can see I've just positioned them there. So right now, Marin and John are in a relationship where one will both defend and join in attacks with the other. So that's very beneficial to keep them together if I'm facing strong enemies, but I can choose to separate them out a little bit if the enemies aren't super strong. So Ymir here is, she's the one that can repair armor, and she's got a pretty strong attack, but she's a little weak to damage right now. Dizzy is a really cool character actually when you first get her because her attack is really strong. She also flies, which is handy so that like encumbering terrain doesn't affect you. But she's a little tough to balance. She doesn't really have a lot of action points, so she's not so good doing a follow-up attack during the enemy phase right from the start. She also is pretty susceptible to being injured. She doesn't have very good evasion or defense, so I've had to put quite a bit of effort into balancing her out as I've played through. So what we're doing right now is just letting our honeypots do their thing. Really, I played through this battle twice already, and it was annoying because I lost a character each time. So what I learned is I put Mai and Alice up here because really these characters are kind of the big tough slow guys, so they have a lot of hit points and probably high defense, but they're really not going to take those characters out. They just aren't that fast. These characters over here are a little more challenging, the ones on the right, so I have to be a little more careful with them. Right now Noah is doing fine. She's holding her own against them. I mean, you saw that character did like 9 damage to her and she did like 500 back, so she's really trouncing him. So now that these other characters have moved in, I can take my group of characters down here and start making use of them. But first let's go ahead, we'll have Mai and Alice just do their regular attacks against these guys here. So I'm kind of just trying to figure out where is going to be the best to focus my energies on taking these guys out. It doesn't really matter. I don't need to focus on whether or not I want to defend during these attacks. You know, if they were attacking me, really I can just go ahead and just let them attack. They're not going to hit these two characters. Okay, so let's go ahead and move John into position here, and our goal is that we really want to take these characters out if we can. So he's actually taking first blood against this character. That's going to be okay because he does pretty good damage against her, and even if she hits him for decent damage, which she didn't, he can heal himself. So if he can heal himself for relatively low cost, which is nice. So him being a first attacker is not such a bad situation. Here Noah went ahead and did the extra half damage against this character. She's gone. So now we have to figure out what to do with these characters. I'm probably going to start with Marin and bring her up next to Jean so they can do their defending. And since they can join attacks, as long as Jean has some action points left, I could use them to team up against one of these characters with full health. Now I didn't, mostly because Ymir and Dizzy they're going to be enough to take those other two characters out. And here we can see in the midst of this battle a gate appears. It's like, oh, something else has shown up again. So we see a new character has appeared. It's like, oh, somebody came out. She's like, I am Noelle Vermilion. She's like, who are you? She's like, what do you want? She's like, do you know somebody named Jean Kisaragi? It's like, what? It's like, how the heck would I know? It's like some guy It's like, who are you anyway? Are you trying to get in our way? I won't forgive you. But let's go ahead and skip ahead to our characters we were working on before. So I'm going to move Ymer up here and attack this girl to just do the rest of the damage that Jean was not able to do. And wow, she like survived with about 2 hit points. So so that was unfortunate. She ended up doing an attack back on Ymer. I wasn't expecting that. But we'll bring Dizzy up here, and my original intention was for her to lay into this character, so let's let her do that. And I also expected her to finish her off, and she didn't, so that was a little bit unfortunate. But regardless, I don't think that was poorly played. We can mop these characters up in the ensuing turns. So let's skip ahead a little bit. And here we are, we've actually completed taking out these enemies, and we're just doing a little bit of healing. Here, Ymer's going ahead and repairing the armor for Dizzy. And I don't think there's anything else that we can really do here, so let's go ahead and we'll just end this turn. So Dizzy says, Aryuta, it's like, why did you do that to us? We didn't do anything to you, that was mean. She's like, what are you saying? Like, it was your fault from the start, something. She's like, come on. It's like, well, there is one thing that I'll give you credit for. Thanks to you, Marin and everybody else followed you here, came here. It's like, Runa, show yourself. So we see some new enemies have appeared. She's like, hey. It's like, darn it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to try to do a running translation of all of this stuff here. But anyway, so this other character shows up here, and she's cute, and she does a big speech, and then we move on with the... So, skipping pretty far ahead here, I've brought my team down to where the enemies are, and really this is the third time that I've played this battle. My mistake the first time was assuming that I could employ the honeypot strategy like I had before against this group of enemies. So after I'd cleaned up the enemies up there, I moved a couple of my honeypots down into this vicinity, just leaving the rest of my people up, you know, higher on the map. And one of them just got their butt handed to them on a platter. So instead of doing that, what I'm doing is I'm very carefully moving my group in a very specific formation. It's very defensive. All my characters are together, and my characters that can support each other are all grouped together, and my characters that are going to be kind of weak are protected just by being surrounded by some of the other characters. And I'm being very, very cautious here, bringing all of my people down here to be able to fight these other characters effectively. Now, during this time, it's really only been maybe 3 or 4 turns to kind of collect my characters and get them down here. But during that time, this character here, who was it, something Vermilion, has been fighting all of these enemies, and they're actually down to only these 4, and she managed to finish off Dora. So ironically, before when I tried to rush down here, I got defeated, and now that I'm really ready to take on these characters, this other character just finishes this girl off for me. So I guess that it turns out that she's speaking with her underlings here, and they don't really want to fight. So I guess they were not as reliable as she was hoping. So this girl isn't interested. So she's like, "Are you to?" It's like, "Go," and she's like, "What?" It's like, "You expect me to attack?" It's like, neither of you are of any use. It's like, I'll do it. It's like, we'll start in this one. It's called Queen's Gale, I think, instead of Queen's Blade. So I need to choose somebody from my party to participate in Queen's Gale, and it's going to be John this time. I've got other characters who are pretty strong, and I think they would do okay. But at least John, I know he's got the ability to heal himself, and he's going to be able to make it through this. So if you're wondering what strategy I used to get through this battle, go back to my other video where I cover the 7th chapter from the first game, and I pretty much utilized the exact same strategy. I just play defensively, and you hear I'm just checking out to see how it's going to work, and I'm like, no, I'm just going to hang back, let her come to me. I'm never going to attack her on my turn until I know that I'll be able to take her out. So I'm pretty cautious, and that's the strategy that I employ. So let's go ahead and we'll watch the actual battle when I finally decide to go ahead and decide that it's safe to attack. So here I was able to destroy the head armor, so I'm going to get a bonus attack. Here I'm able to destroy the chest armor, so I'm going to utilize the next bonus attack. John's attacks are pretty awesome. So this one was able to destroy the waist armor, so now I'm just down to the arms, and so I've chosen a bonus attack that will attack the arms, hopefully. And I think it's just the head, chest, and arms, but that was not enough to take out that armor. So once again, I was that close to a perfect knockdown and was not able to do it. But there we go. That's the end of the 7th battle of Queen's Gate Spiral Chaos. So this game is a lot of fun, and you can see here you get an extra bonus on the stage. Maybe I'll go back and I'll translate some of this stuff, but you can see different characters depending on how you fight will get some different bonuses, and it seems like they're actual bonuses to their stats, which is cool. Jean was the MVP, and then these are all the characters that we were able to level up. So I'm going to go through here, raise up her defense a little bit. Most of the characters I'm raising evasion, but a few of them that had relatively high defense to start with, I'm sort of defense focusing them. Here, let's see, Alice, I'm just giving her some more evasion. Really want her just to be able to dodge any attacks that are coming her way. And maybe just one on the defense, just because she does get hit sometimes and gets hurt. So then we've got Mai. Again, just want that really high evasion, and her attack is a little low, so I would like to crank that up a bit. Here's Dizzy, I was talking about before, with the really high attack, but she needs those action points because she's really not able to follow up. So I'm going to give her a couple of those, and then we'll work on some other stuff. Actually, her hit rate really needs some improvement as well. This is Jean, and he's, I've been able to raise his stats from the start, and he gets stuff like MVP and stuff a lot. He's doing pretty well. We're going to get his evasion up around where Mai's was, so he can really dodge, and we're going to get his attack up a little more too, just like Mai. His attack's a little low. And it's also good to give him some skill points because he's the healer and he's able to use those skills, so that's good to keep those high. And that was it. So I hope that this video was helpful, and I'm certainly having a lot of fun with this game. I hope that everybody else that is playing this is also enjoying it. And you know, this is a game that you can play even if you don't know Japanese, if you follow along with some of my videos, and should just try out the gameplay. It's really not that hard, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you join me next time for some more awesome videos. Till then.